Okay, so what we learnt from the week one boot camp is that most importantly, as a group, we need to suggest ideas and brainstorm with each other, and also give feedback about what we want to do in the presentation, um, and ensure that what needs to be included in the presentation will be. Further, we learnt that we need to understand the audience we're presenting to, and the environment we'll be doing it in. So with the audience, we need to consider like who are they. So consider the makeup of the audience. So who are the judges? Our classmates? Who are their guests going to be? How large the audience will be? What are their goals and objectives? And the current knowledge about our product and the views on it. Then finally, how we can use all that information to our advantage to make sure they understand the main takeaway that we want to sell to them. Then lastly, with the first boot camp, we learn about the actual presentation itself and how that should be done. Such as with the slides, we learnt that minimal is more in terms of what's actually on the slides. So we learnt that having more words on the slides is less effective, where we should focus on having just the main points or main words in the slides, as this is most effective. And we also learnt that visual displays are very useful in a slide. So like interactive reports and analysis, which really highlight what we're trying to portray. So our slide should just really have the key words along with like an image that will grab the audience's attention and like make sure that they are still focusing on what the presenter is actually saying. With Steve Jobs from Apple presenting, with Steve Jobs' Apple presentations being the best example of a presentation like this. Further, we learned that we need to make the audience the hero and present a story that conveys meaning, as this will reside more with the audience as the focus is on them. And the way a presentation should be formed is around the quote, the beginning and call to adventure, the middle and the contrast that gets us through, then the end and call to action. So the main points we took away from the first boot camp is that we need to do a TED Talk-like presentation as this most effective way, such as Steve Jobs. We need to create a story that conveys meaning, and we need to make sure that the audience is the hero and to take them on the hero's journey through a visual story emphasizing our core message. Next was the second boot camp, which was where we learned what and how to capture the audience's attention. That was through us as the presenters trying to find identifying commonalities between us and the audience through sharing our own experiences and establishing common goals with the audience, such as what we are trying to achieve, and then sharing stories highlighting our experiences and knowledge in this field to show the audience that we're qualified to be in this market and should be trusted enough to purchase a product from us. This should then help in persuading the audience to let go of their old habits and adopt the new habits we're trying to sell them. We also learned that it's important to have a balance between analytic content such as data, examples, case studies, etc., and emotional content such as anecdotes, humour, stories, and rhetorical questions in our presentation, as this is the most effective way to influence the audience. But most importantly, we learned in Bootcamp 2 that we need to have a big idea where we first show the audience our unique point of view and then show them the stakes in which if they do decide to follow our point of view or not, and then showing them our big idea, which we should show as a complete sentence. This method will help guide our presentation and will help us structure the story we're trying to portray to them. So this will be the most effective way of doing it. These were the main points that we learnt from the 2 boot camps. Thank you.